in making something.
Okay.
For the group, get everybody's coffee going.
Pixel whispers that Fereosae is whispers to Fereosae that the old man's puttering in your kitchen.
What are you doing?
Oh, just getting the morning on. Which flavor do you think?
Use the same tea as yesterday. This tea.
Oh, thank you. How do you like yours again?
Alone?
The same with myself, you must know. Nothing's better than continuing in the morning studying a book.
Good, I'll drone on totally like didn't pick up on any of that.
No, I don't.
Do we have any more of those meats? Says Mandreas as he's up that morning.
Yes, I'll start getting out some more good food because I still have 7 days worth of good
Manny
food.
grabs like a bunch of links of sausage and doesn't share. He just goes off. He starts just cutting bits of it off and eating it. He's got the knife out.
Can we eat our day's rations in the morning?
Sure.
So I'll
you have a giant breakfast. Got it.
I'll feed everybody again.
Sorry?
I'll feed everyone again.
Okay. And Zephyros ended up buying 10 days worth of trail rations, because that's 20 pounds instead of 7.
Okay, Manny seems to be avoiding vegetables. He's eating a lot of meat.
Luudo's gonna sit up, stretch, and look over at Henry, but you scream a lot when you sleep.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Zephyros is nibbling on cheese.
Would I have slept with that weird mask on yet?
What do you think, Zephyros? Should we see if your master's okay? I worry about his health.
Yes,
And I think we should
think
all go there. I think that's his marvelous idea.
Even Pixel's a little kind of in your face this morning. She's like sticking in your face and zipping off. She seems a little agitated.
should we all go there, or sorry, Inkar. Do we think we should all go there, or should some of us stay here in case he comes?
Oh,
I don't think he'll be coming.
I don't think so either. He called my name out on the train, or rather he knew me. I think he knew this place. Maybe he's been looking for me. Something with my research.
Maybe.
Why
Now that he has it, but he does not have all your research.
Yes, but why
The piece
take
that he's looking for might very well still be in your hand.
Ah, yes.
What do you research, says Manny.
Oh, ancient writings, forgotten tomes, things beyond this world, dark whispers of the past, things of that sort.
And his eyebrows just go like this.
Oh.
Just like the sound of all the things you said.
I'll launch into some really like dry recollections of ancient cultures, little writings, and hinting at it with my usual exuberance. And
Okay, he starts putting on his boots. He's ready to go. He's ready to jump for Luudo. Like, let's go. What are you guys doing that morning? After you finish your breakfast and tea and...
I think Zephyros will run off and go check up on his master. I'm not sure if everybody else wants to go the same place or whether they want to go to the bar and go get a drink or see what's going on with Cyril in there.
no, I see you going. I'm gonna follow after you. I mean, can't let a wizard go on his own, you know.
Okay, there are two thugs. One of them looks like it's the same as yesterday. The other one doesn't. There's a red-haired, red-bearded thug. And... let's see if I can find another one. Yeah, this guy. Guy with some strange tattoos on his face, some piercings, a nice leather jacket. He's leaning on a Tetsubo. The two of them are talking. The red-haired man looks like he's incredibly hungover.
Zephyros walks up to them. Do they block the door, or are they just standing to the side?
No, they're standing kind of out in the street. One of them's got maybe coffee or tea in a small tin cup. They're standing basically outside the door to your master's apartment.
So Zephyros walks up to them and he politely greets them and asks them to step aside so that he can enter.
You're Zephyros, aren't you?
I am. Who are you guys?
I'm Zed. This is Montgomery.
Montgomery just it was part hello and part belch. He's just looking past you like he's not worried about you. The talky one is the one with the piercings.
And you gentlemen work for Cyril Artgrave?
Oh yeah, I almost didn't recognize his name for a moment. We just called him Sai.
Would you gentlemen mind stepping aside so that I can enter and speak with my master?
Yeah, you expecting any trouble? We saw you go into that building rather fierce yesterday. Bunch of you climbing the sides of it.
You never told me that.
You weren't here.
I do not expect any trouble inside my master's place.
Yeah, because we're here. No, don't worry about it. We'll get it.
Yes.
They step off to the side.
Zephyros he's not going to get baited into an argument. He's just walking past.
Yep.
You gonna be here long?
Probably not.
Okay. They continue a conversation about, I don't know, about some card game. You end up going in to go see your master. Your master is on his deathbed. He is awake. And it looks like he has a nurse, one of his servants basically, is feeding him some sort of porridge when you come in.
So Zephyros politely greets his master, but he does not take over the room, so to speak. He's very courteous of the fact that this is an old man, this is his master, he's on his deathbed, so he's taking care not to startle him and do all the respectful things.
Yep. Do you need to speak to your master or not? He does. His trunk slightly moves in a hello. It looks like he's kind of firmly underneath blankets and is just being fed.
Zephyros is not really there to have his master speak. He's just kind of sort of informing his master of the happenings of the last couple of days. He begrudgingly admits that he had to learn a spell from an opposition school, but that he mastered it quite easily.
How much do you go into, like, how much detail do you go into about certain items or magics that you saw?
Not a whole lot, just enough to see if there's any gauged interest. If there is, if he indicates sort of that, because he has these mannerisms, and of course Zephyros understands them. So if there's something specific that Zephyros says that he kind of signals on, then Zephyros goes on to it into a little bit more detail. So he touches point on most of it, and with one or two things he may go into a little bit more detail as he's
okay. The Master Telemon does perk up at the mention of the dimensional magics.
Okay, so Zephyros is telling him and telling him about what he saw and what he didn't understand about it.
It kind of launches him into a long fit of coughing, which eventually subsides, and he gets you to come in. He taps you. He taps you with his trunk lightly. It seems like even his arms, they're hard to move, and he's just using the end of his trunk slightly. He does whisper, "That is a powerful artifact."
Artifact?
Yes.
Which artifact?
The Key of Keys.
Does the Key of Keys have something to do with his ability to cast the spell?
Not cast. The Key of Keys can be used by anyone who summoned it, or by anyone who finds it.
We have the key of keys, I think. I think the professor is carrying it, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think I have it. I think the key.
One of us has it, right?
No, it's the wand he's using to
Gaedran
jump
does.
doors.
Oh, you found a ring of keys that opened up normal doors in the.
Oh, is it not the same keys? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. For a moment, I thought it was the same.
Yeah.
My bad.
No.
My bad. Okay.
Amulet. I got the amulet.
You have an amulet with an M on it, but no.
Winding time.
You saw there was a rod-like device that had all sorts of like weird key, weird keys of different shapes and makes, kind of jutting out of it at odd angles. And this is the thing that you saw him several times thrusting into keyholes to open doors.
So I asked. So the Pharaoh says to his master. So I have locate object now as a spell. Perhaps I can use that to locate the keys because I've observed it. Would that observation be sufficient?
You cannot specify unique items unless you have observed that particular item firsthand, not through divination.
I saw him use it.
Then yes, but it is a short-range thing compared to the size of a city.
Is there any other way we can locate him?
You could locate the man, perhaps with a scrying spell, but you must have something of his.
Would his urine work?
Yes.
I like your thinking, too. Let's go get some shit off my rug.
Urine, hair, possessions, clippings, droppings, bone,
Got droppings.
blood,
Bloody droppings. We got two things.
garments. Be very careful when you take such things that are possessions, that you do not become the possessor. Do not touch the thing. Do not use it. Keep it separate and safe.
I know that this might be much to ask, but as you know, I cannot cast scrying. I do not know this spell. Is there any chance that you might have a wand of it lying around somewhere?
Okay, it kind of makes a snorting sound, like he was maybe going to laugh, but it turned into a cough, and he eventually, that fit subsides.
No, I do not have a wand. You will have to learn this yourself.
Thanks, Master.
Sorry? Did we follow you in? Did you make a stay in the doorway? What happened to us?
Oh, I didn't know that you guys were following me. You're all welcome to come in.
Yeah, we
You followed, these two thugs stepped in your way. I'll just back up a moment.
Hey, bugger off. Bugger off, old man.
Excuse me, are you talking to me?
Just wait for the city of Seattle to stop burning down.
Let me through. Zephyros is a dear friend and colleague of mine, and we're going to check on his estates and affairs. There's been a robbery.
Is that true, Zeph?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
it is. Let them in.
Go on in. You take anything, we'll break your arms.
Oh, really?
I think after they leave, I'll close the door behind them.
Yep.
And then try to arrange things that might work as like caltrops kind of on the floor in front of the door.
Okay, so you have a colorful jar of beads that kind of like are of all the colors of the rainbow, and they're kind of put in a slight way so that they look sort of like rainbow swirl, but you could dump those in front of your doorway to be like a bunch of bubbles. Okay, so Pixel is running around helping you place them more randomly or evenly spread out, but she's helping.
I think I'll lean the sword up against the door to
Okay. And I guess use your balcony as the way in and out for
Yeah.
now? Okay. Alright. So yeah, you hear the old man talking. He seems to be ignoring you or not even seeing you. His eyes are really milky white. This is a one sick Fant that you're talking to.
So Zephyros wraps up the conversation with his master. He doesn't want to disturb him for much longer.
Yep.
When he's finishing up, I'll kneel down and pay my respects. And
Keep in mind, artifacts can hide from simple divinations.
Thanks, master. I will...
You will not be able to identify them. They will confuse detection. They may even confuse your location. But perhaps you could locate more mundane things you've seen.
Thanks, my master. We will certainly collect a sample of his urine, and he looks at the professor as he says this, into a vial and keep it in a safe place where it cannot be used against us, but where we can retrieve it and use it to try and locate him. And we will seek for other things he's left behind to track him with.
Speaking of leaving things behind,
And then he switches to the Fant language.
I don't think I know that one yet.
when I am gone, you are to bring my spellbook to the conclave that you visited.
I will do so, my master.
They will copy those spells, the ones they do not have, the ones that they can.
And what will happen to your spellbook after they've copied it, my master?
It will become yours.
Thank you, my master. I shall leave it with you for the moment, and I will come back in a few days.
He actually...
not.
They will also take the staff that you were supposed to deliver there and put great fire magics inside of it.
Ooh. And will they give me the staff with those magics?
Yes. There was an apprentice before you who will come for the book.
Ooh,
Thank you, my master.
we'll struggle.
How will I identify this apprentice?
He had his tusks removed. He brought great shame to us and our kind, and he will likely fight you for it.
Why will he fight me for it? How do you mean fight? Should I not give it to him?
No.
You were comfortable not as a messenger, but
Yes.
as
Challenging.
As a
yes.
challenger.
As vengeance against my admonishment of him.
Who do I give your book to? How will I know if it's the right person?
The leader of the conclave. Those that you dealt with before. But they were supposed to bring you a bag. Something to relieve the pain.
They gave it to me, my master, but I must confess it was stolen on the... what was the express train called?
Cactus.
It was stolen on the Cactus Express.
I'll
By
lean
the
down.
same person that I'm trying to track down now.
I'll lean down and say, there, ease your pain. And I'll sleight of hand out my wand of cure light wounds, blow a charge on him, sleight of hand it back in,
Okay.
see if anyone noticed.
Do you need to use magic advice? to get that off?
I think with Zolara's amulet, my +2 trait and skill focus +3. Can I just take like a 10? I'm up to 12 now.
Don't think you can because there is something that happens on use magic device at 1. So
let's give it a whirl.
Don't roll a
I
1.
got 11.
2 1s.
Double 1. You lose.
Okay. The shamed apprentice's name is Vethagoru the Tuskless. I put it underneath your background details. He was a shamed apprentice that your master is telling you will come with violence to take the spellbook of Zephyros. That is a sign of great shame having both tusks removed.
Okay. I'll take that as a note as well. Thank you.
Okay. You were able to use the charge. That seems to calm him a little bit, and it kind of sends him into a nap.
Oh, as he's fading away.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Tusker. You are an inspiration to us all. I am a fellow scholar. My life's work been stolen. I wonder if you would look pity on me.
I'll sleight of hand out the wand of diplomacy and bang myself with it once. Sleight of hand it back in. And I'm going
Should the old man's not noticing, maybe Zephyros does.
I'm going to ask him if he will take pity on a fellow scholar.
Okay.
And if he has any books, preferably old ones about the creepy ancient past.
Some books related to my studies that could help me back on my feet. Truly, your knowledge would just lay fallow here in this empty apartment.
Okay. He asks in Fant to Zephyros, who is this man?
Zephyros tells him that even though this man seems quirky, he is a good spirit.
Gary, come into my house.
And he tells his master that this man is helping to find the stuff that was stolen, and that not only is he helping, but some of this man's stuff was stolen by the same thief.
Okay. Give me your diplomacy check. See if he likes you or not.
7.
You're asking for favors.
Oh, not so good.
Knowledge follows the path of trees.
Who? I'll look over at Fereosae.
I'm done with you.
Oh, you say, huh? Or
Yep.
you? Yeah.
I've been booby trapping in my apartment.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna fly out the window and wait probably a little ways outside.
Like the line, like the bloodlines of noble families and sorcerers, wizards pass their knowledge down to their apprentices who have proven their worth.
Yes, of course. As it always should be.
Leave my home and don't come back.
That is rather rude.
Professor, I believe my master has asked you to leave.
Yes.
Hey guy, you got a nice house here. See, you're on your deathbed. Hey, you got any shit you can give me? Fuck out of here.
Hey, white boy, go play the funky music
Right,
outside.
you did well for yourself. You can help a poor guy out.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
I will show myself.
I thought we got guards for this. That's kind of how it went.
Yeah. That's about right.
Yeah.
So Zephyros takes the moment to say goodbye to his master, letting him know that he doesn't know when he'll be back,
Okay.
but he'll be back as soon as he can.
Your master's in a lot of pain. You can tell he wants the medicine bag.
Zephyros is kind of interested to know how the master plans to store the valuable items like his spellbook in the event that while Zephyros is away, the master passes so that nobody steals it or nobody takes it. But he doesn't go there because that's not a pleasant topic.
Okay. Okay, you think about it for a moment. Your master's kind of lying back down after the long exchange and goes back to napping. Henry and you leave. You find yourselves in the middle of the street. It's our house.
Zephyros just looks at the professor and goes, "What were you thinking?"
Oh, can't say I've been in my right head since I opened up that door yesterday, Zephyros. Don't know what come over me. I've lost my entire life, you see. I feel...
Yes, but he cannot give it back to you while he's on his deathbed. You do realize that.
Oh, just thought maybe if he had a spare book or two. No offense, no offense. I'll hold my hands up.
He has, and I will get my hands on it eventually. But not now.
Yes.
The more pressing matter is we need to collect a sample of the urine. And we need to keep that sample in a place where it cannot be used to scry upon us.
Oh.
But we want to be able to retrieve it. We want to scry upon him.
I will clear my throat and keep glancing down at the animate bag. I think is probably on your person somewhere.
Someplace maybe outside extra-dimensional.
A place for keeping.
I have stomach for keeping. Stomach for eating.
Well,
This is not something that you want to eat. This is something you want to
eat
keep.
lots of things for keeping and for eating.
well, I think we found a place to keep it. Shall we
Now-
gather a sample?
Let's go gather a sample.
Okay, so you've got a soiled carpet that is still damp. You're pretty sure you could strip up the carpet and have doses of urine-stained carpet.
I think we're gonna get some poop off it, right? Couldn't we just get some poop into the bottle?
You could scoop up some bloody stool. How many samples are you taking? You guys are wizards. You know how to take a sample that is significant for a single casting of a spell.
I think we should take for multiple castings. What do you think, Professor?
Yes, now that you've learned that spell, we should probably be able to do it many times. Likely he'll run again.
Yes. You're not going to use the rug for anything else, are you? It's probably the end of the rug.
Does anyone have prestidigitation prepared? I forgot, it seems.
I don't think it much matters if we have prestidigitation right now. We have to do this.
Well, we could clean up the droppings and
I
clean
wouldn't
the
touch
rug.
that shit with someone else's prestidigitation.
As it happens, you're gonna have to, because I don't have it.
I wouldn't even live in this apartment.
It's quite...
I think
You're going to enjoy continuing to live in this apartment.
Yes, it's not much to look at since the wife left.
It's a great place, and you should be proud of it. You should make sure you're back in here as soon as possible.
Really, it's a homer.
This
Are we
week
gonna
brought to you
try
by
and identify?
Pepsi Max.
Pepsi Max.
How much?
Shall we try and locate him today?
Maybe. We should. How many poop samples are we grabbing?
Shitty adventure.
Trash collected.
What the hell happened?
Tomorrow, while you're making coffee, somebody's gonna say, "Say, Luke, what did you do last night?" Oh, nothing. I was talking about how many poop samples we need.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so you collect the poop samples.
I assume you'll probably hold on
Mark
to them
down
since you're
how
casting.
many you take and of what type.
Sure.
I'll leave you to the poop samples.
Have I got that bad guy? What's his name on my list?
Gaedran Lamb?
No, the bag. What is the bag's name again?
Mockernom?
Mockernom.
The Macronom Gobbler.
Gobbler, yeah.
Yeah. Who's carrying him, or how is he going about his?
Yeah, he's really slow, so you've got him slung over your shoulder. He weighs 80 pounds, so you can carry him. I think the only two people that can carry him reasonably are Manny and you, Zephyros.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put him under, I suppose, gear I'm carrying.
He has his own character sheet. If you look at the character's name.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna put some poop samples in.
But yeah, if you're carrying him, you could put a separate sheet on your on your.
No, that's fine. I don't need to do that. That's okay. I just needed to know where to go put the poop samples.
Alright, so the samples are all in vials, we'll say, and then you feed Makranam all the samples. These are for keeping.
Does he ask us if they're for keeping or eating?
Yes, he tends to ask for keeping or eating. And
Are some for eating?
he does ask this. He doesn't seem to care that they are samples of excrement.
I think we'll probably, I'll, out of curiosity, give him some for eating.
He eats it. He eats the vial.
I'll look over at Luudo.
How many vials are we taking? How many vials are we taking?
7? How many times do we want to potentially cast this before we get more of his sweet, sweet urine?
At least 10.
10. 10 poop vials.
Alright.
God.
And the 11th one got ate by a Makranam gobbler without complaint. And it disappeared into his belly, and nothing seemed to happen aside from a slight gurgle.
Well, a bit of a mess in here. Maybe clean this up at some time.
Where are you heading after the professor drags himself away from his messy apartment?
Are we checking inside?
The pearl, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pop over, grab my candle on the way, and nudge Luudo and tell him I think I have something he might want to see.
Oh, secrets.
I'll wink at him too.
Sexy secrets.
Okay, you go to the candle shop, you go to the, this light of mine, and you notice that it's closed for business.
Oh, bloody hell. Luudo, quick, can you give me a hand?
Are we stealing?
I'm going to get my purchase.
Ah, okay. Well, if it's only rightful.
Yes.
Are you picking the lock on the front door?
Definitely asking him to.
Can we test the windows, or what's this place?
This place is basically a building built in an alleyway between two stout stone buildings. It has a solid wooden front to it. There are a couple of windows, but they're more like window panes. They're not meant to be open, and you can see a bunch of candles jammed and stands behind it.
Luudo's just gonna try the door.
There is a door. It is locked, and there's a little sign over in one of the windows that says "closed for business."
Is there a side entrance?
It is an alley, so you have to go all the way around to the back.
Shall we check the back?
Better than being thieving in the middle of the streets.
You go around to the back. There are a bunch of vats and like byproducts of perhaps candle making. You do see that there's an entrance in the back.
I'll go up and give it a try.
Okay, you actually hear someone inside.
Is the door unlocked?
Yep.
Hello! I'll knock as I open it and walk in. Hello, excuse me. Picking up an order.
The little door opens and you can hear whimpering inside.
Excuse me. Madam Candlemaker, lavender, was it?
There's a candle maker's shop. It looks like there's some sort of accident happened, like there's spilled wax everywhere.
Lavender! It's a customer from yesterday come to pick up an order.
Why did you bring me here? It's terrifying.
Sitting on a counter, you can see is this tiny candle, like a tea candle, basically.
Yes.
Little black wick.
I think this may be it.
Oh,
You can hear her like sobbing.
go over and talk to her, bend down and talk to her.
You don't see her anywhere.
Hello? I'll look around a bit.
You hear the whimpering coming from like a storage closet.
Well, I suppose we should know what's going on in there.
We're this far in, right? If we leave, it'll be suspicious.
Okay, you can see all sorts of wax, kind of like, it looks like it's spilled out of the storage closet and kind of into a drain.
Miss, are you okay? Open it up.
Okay, there is a woman that is nearly encased in a block of wax.
Oh no!
You can see her hands have sort of dug a little bit, and there's a little bit of a space where she seems to be breathing through. Her hair is kind of all caught in this block of wax.
Quickly, Luudo, give me a hand.
I'll summon the unseen servant and command him to help us free her from the wax.
Okay, yeah, there's now invisible hand like claws digging her out of the wax.
Luudo's panicking, doesn't quite know how to take some out of wax. He starts hitting the wax block.
It's clumping off. And you eventually have this very, very distraught, kind of in shock halfling woman with purple hair, just covered in wax. She's shaking and whimpering, and she's staring off into some into nothingness.
Miss Honeybottom, are you okay? What happened?
She starts spitting up wax.
Yes, I'll give her a pat on the back.
She spends the next couple of minutes getting sick. Her belly seemed like she swallowed a bunch of wax.
Is this some sort of art piece you're putting on for us?
It's a bit crude, I'd say, if it is.
I agree.
Give me a diplomacy check or a charisma check or something.
I'll do the old diplomacy.
Oops.
Your candle's done.
Yeah, it's nice. 12.
Okay, she seems to not want to have anything to do with the professor.
14.
Alright, she seems to be just in shock. She's not really responding to either of you.
Oh, well, I see that you're not feeling well. Can we help you to bed, at least, out of this closet?
Yeah, you look around. There are quarters that are kind of in the back here. You do see a small bed and this sparkly lamp kind of thing, like one of the mobiles that turns and has sparkly lights, and it does look like there's a bed there.
Help her into bed.
Okay, she seems quite in shock and a bit docile, so you help her into bed.
Is he still sweating wax and stuff, or does it seem to?
She's not sweating wax. You don't know how the closet got filled with wax and she got put inside.
Okay. Well, she seems alright, right?
She's alive.
I'll turn at Luudo, shrug, and...
Well, thanks for the candle.
We'll be going. Thank you. Four dollars as we promised.
You're sort of leaving 4 crumpled up dollars on the...
Yeah, I will also, though, go back to the closet and gather up wax before we leave and grab my candle.
Okay.
From her little adventure there.
Did you give her, demon wax?
I don't know what I gave her. Some of that wax I sweated the other day. Peculiar.
That can't be good.
It does seem a bit odd. Sort of a pathetic for a demon, though. Wax, really? This is supposed to be more horrifying?
But how perfect.
Yes. It is rather unfortunate and ironic for a candle maker, though.
Well, Mrs. Purple Bottom, I think we're going to take off. That's her name, right?
I think it was Honeybottom.
Oh, see ya, honey.
It's quite fetching for a halfling mistress.
Maybe not in this state, but at another point.
Okay.
Is this your wink?
Are you taking your candle?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. And a handful of the weird wax, the closet wax.
I'm gonna take definitely some to make 3 good-sized candles.
Okay.
Can Luudo slide a hand one of those dollars off the counter that you just put out?
You gotta steal the candle.
Yes. You can steal one of the dollars.
Oh god.
Okay. Do I need to do a...
Not unless the professor would care.
Oh, I don't care. No.
Okay. I'm just going to grab one with...
Alright.
Well, you better be off then, right?
So, you leave through the back entrance and join your companions at the bar. Sai is there, cleaning up some glassware.
Ah, Sai. Just the man we've come to see.
Slow fucking morning.
Oh? Wouldn't know.
Little early for fucking is what he says. But I can go rouse one of the whores if you want.
No. Sai, shall we step into your office?
Pearl is my office.
I'll look around. Anybody in the bar?
Samson is, don't worry about Samson.
Are we all here? Everybody... Yeah?
I think we're all here in the bar, yeah.
Is
this is where we're meeting up.
Malbut around?
Malbut is not around.
Yes, I suppose, though, we need our handler of contracts to bear witness to this, though. Actually, We're not quite sure if the contract succeeded. I think we need to step upstairs and take a look around.
Have you noticed any difference in the place since we've been gone?
No. Should I have?
I think so. Quickly, let us upstairs.
He just waves a hand. You go running upstairs to Zolara's apartment. There is a slight whoosh. It's almost like Zolara joined you into her apartment as the Harrow cards cross the threshold into her apartment.
I'll pull them out and I'll start shuffling them and setting some down face down on the table, and guess we'll talk to her, see how she feels.
Zolara, you're here with us, girl. We've come to see if you no longer haunt this place.
Okay. You get the sense of the same anger
and thirst for vengeance.
Your vengeance is not slated. We have found your son's killer. We have not put him in the ground, though. But we have your deck, as you can see.
We're not sure your son is dead, but it's definitely likely.
Yeah.
And we found your head.
Okay. For a brief moment, all the cards you put out just turned black.
Probably
Like
buried.
ink ran the entire cards and almost ruined them, but then they shift back to their same form.
Oh, she's angry.
There are things rattling and shaking in her apartment.
Calm, girl, calm. We are
not done.
We have your remains, though.
We will put an end to Gaedran.
Okay. You notice the little ball of yarn on your finger.
Ooh, yeah. A tiny little bit of it raises up and starts pointing towards the door.
Which door?
The door out of this place.
We must leave then until we are finished. Yes.
I'll gather up the cards.
I think we should be going. Not in the mood for talking today.
I think she's passed.
Yep, I'm willing to leave.
I will linger after everyone's gone at the top of the stairs, cast a silent image, and conjure her boy as a child that I picked up through visions playing in the apartment. And I will say, whisper, I'm sorry to him.
I can't bring him back, I think. But don't let the anger overcome you. We really were.
It's like the beams in the room are twisting. The whole room is kind of twisting at an odd angle. Like it's trying to come down towards the image or come down towards you. There are waves of grief mixed with anger. She's pissed.
I'll smile sadly, make the child smile.
I'm going to go back into the bar.
Vanish as I walk down the stairs.
Alright. The door slams angrily behind you, almost hitting you in the ass as you were walking out.
Oh, such a rude couple of days for me. People know no respect around here.
Oh, what'd you find? Did you do it?
No, not yet. A few more loose ends to tie up, I'm afraid. Is the string doing anything after I leave?
Yeah, it's pointing out the door.
I'll look at that and say, yes. Malbut's handling the execution of the contract. Everything's going along smoothly. A lot of progress for a day, I'd say, right? I look around to everyone.
I'll look around to...
Yeah, Malbut's came by here early this morning.
Yes?
Yeah, he said he had some things to sell. I'm looking forward to all the things that you find.
I'm sure you are. We all are looking forward to the paycheck at the end of this, of course.
Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
Lazy Lizard, thanks for your sub, man.
Hey!
We love you, Lizard! You're the man.
I had to click the button. I've been sitting on that for a while.
Puts down the glass, fills it halfway, and then fills it all the way.
All the stuff.
Well, yes, right. Great.
Well, I suppose, what did we come back here for again?
A drink, of course.
Yes, a drink. Talk about our next steps, I think.
Give Sai here an update, I suppose.
Yes, Sai. You seem a bit unnerved today. Is business really that slow?
It's early in the day.
True.
One sleeping off the night before. Don't worry, they'll be back.
Third shift.
Endless wheel.
Oh, I'm sure. Now about that drink, though.
Pours you a whiskey.
It's a bit strong for the morning. I was thinking maybe tea with a spot of brandy.
Sai, what do you know about Villa Malavella?
Excellent question.
Morphelio. Crazy old kook. Something bad happened up there. Something real bad.
Yes.
Something about his 3 children going missing. One after another.
Yep.
First one, they thought it was an accident.
Second one raised a few eyebrows. Third,
let's just say,
the old coot kept to himself after his wife.
How long ago?
About a decade.
Is he still alive?
No, it was more than that. I was a lad around then, maybe about 30 years ago. During the great upheaval before you little peck started wandering around everywhere.
Easy.
During that same time, probably disguised.
How long do your people live?
Humans?
Yeah. When will you die?
Great question.
When would this Morphelio? Was Morphelio human? He was, right?
Not. He was a man. Carved a big M where his old family emblem used to be.
Thought he was an adventurer, no?
Yeah. He adventured around the time of the Great Upheaval. Before the stagnation.
Before the fall of Yond.
Why did he not have any heirs?
Because he ate them.
Ate them, killed them, sacrificed them. Who knows?
Could be sacrificed, yes.
Do you know any of the rumors around his estate after all of the tragedies?
I know that a mob went up there looking for the child killer.
And?
Some spooky things.
Any word on what they found?
Who knows fact from fiction at this point?
We all love a good yarn.
Fucking Inquisitor went up there, I think, too.
Oh, the government's involved.
Well, did they survive?
Long time ago. No one goes up there anymore.
Of course. So, how do you get there?
You just beat me to the question there, Fereosae. I was about to ask the same thing.
Quirky family, tried to live on the far side of the mountain, between the slough and the plateau. I remember throwing rocks at an old thing up there. It was a, what do they call it? A golem?
Oh, you threw rocks at one?
Yeah, it was the thing that you did back then. You know, when you were a kid and trying to prove that you were brave?
Yeah. Was it inside the fence?
It was some old thing that they retrofitted to help them dig some private rail line.
A track laying golem. It's still up there, as far as I know.
Unless the pickers
got at it.
Every once in a while it would move or twitch or step on a dog or something. Don't know if it's still up there. You find it, you'll know you're on the path.
Do you think you could draw us a map? Point us in the right direction?
This where the real treasure is.
I'll slide a hand and hand
He glances down the bar at all of you. That fucking shit that Malba came dragging back here is hardly worth my time.
I will
sigh. The real treasure was inside you all along.
I'll slide a hand my enhanced deployment.
He takes another shot of whiskey. Yeah, I can figure you out. He draws the trash fall and he says, "They cut a trail. They didn't quite finish it up to the plateau, but the trail gets cut this way. It leads up to an iron gate. You'll find the thing. I don't know. It may have moved around from this end to that." He's basically drawing a small ravine-like trail where there's an iron gate, and he says the construct will be in that first part, and the iron gate leads up to, you can't miss it. Never made my way up to that old place. Of course, we were children at the time, and rightly so. We're afraid of a place where children go missing.
Yeah.
Morphelio. Yeah, he was an adventurer. Adventurers have neat stuff.
Yes.
The place is cursed, though, I think. Anything from there might be a danger to the holder. Buyer beware, sire.
Certainly. An old coot such as yourself has haunted many ruins, claiming it to be in the name of learning. Knows how to sidestep a curse or two.
I'll stare deep into his eyes with the madness of everything I've seen deep in the hollows and say, "You have no idea."
Fucking bartender, amongst other things. I hear quite a bit.
I observe quite a bit. And Zephyros just looks at the professor. I think I may have an idea.
Well, looking forward to what you find.
Yes, of course.
Probably dead children, but we'll let you know.
Well, then good fucking riddance to whatever fucking killing them.
Agreed.
Yes. Also,
Killing children and killing fairies.
Or
corrupting.
He's fine with lumping fairies in with killing children. Killing children obviously really bugged him.
Right.
Half a mind to go up there myself.
yes?
I didn't have responsibilities.
Oh?
Of course.
The thing is, the help that you helped us contract out seems to have only held up about a third of their end of the bargain.
Yeah, don't worry. They'll get their just. Rovacek and Bourne, they had a run-in. They apparently tried to steal a helmet from Gunther. Well, Gunther turned into a Targosian menace and beat the snot out of them. They're lucky to be alive.
Yes, well...
Malbert showed me some fucking clauses. Goddamn contracts. He has a bit of your junk, so let's not make an issue of this until your dealings are done.
Yes, of course. But the thing is,
Slide a hand that diplomacy wand out, pop myself with it.
we may need a bit more muscle to
I
walk
don't know
up
if you
there.
can cast spells without people noticing.
I assume there's a chance they will see this, but I am like an old man who has no shame, and
Nothing
I'll do this. I'll attempt to be like sleight of hand with
Alright,
it.
so,
but-
so you mutter a spell with you for a moment. He's just stopping. He's looking at you. He doesn't think you're doing anything.
Bad.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say
There is a feat that allows you to conceal spells, though. That is something that you should probably look into.
Yeah, I've seen some of that stuff later, but
You think the sleight of hand may work, but the ooga booga for a moment and a couple of flashes, it's like, okay.
yeah, I'll still do it all though.
Urias is an eyebrow. He doesn't look enthused.
The thing is, we've lost all our hired muscle, it seems. And if we're walking up there, I would feel a little more better about it with maybe someone else. If Malbert's predisposed and his friends are beat up, can you recommend anyone?
He glances to the Fant and looks him up and down, and then looks at Manny, and then looks back at you, and he's like, "Really?"
Zephyros takes a step closer and puts his foot sort of on a bar stool.
Yep.
And sort of just scratches on his leg where the crocodile bit him when the crocodile was trying to trip him before.
Yes, it would be good to not have.
Because you can see where the crocodile bit, of course, right?
Yep.
Yes, as you can see, my friend is getting tired of standing in front of all of the crocodiles and garbage monsters, bugs, and whew.
Fortunately, the heavy hands that I got under my disposal are busy at the moment.
What about some
And then you hear Mog around the corner snoozing in a booth.
Zephyros comes in and says,
Mog.
I am assuming with busy you mean there's going to be protecting my master until this is done?
If you want, I could arrange a meeting with Polly.
Polly? Who's Polly?
She represents some of the more interesting mercenaries.
Yes. She was quite rude, I think. We've met her before.
He's like, what does fucking politeness have to do about any of it?
Oh, the professor's very into politeness these days.
Yes, civility is a virtue.
When the professor starts paying some fucking coin.
Zephyros looks at Fereosae and says, "You have no idea."
Give me a few moments.
Thank you. Oh, thought it might not be bad to hear some prices. What do you all think?
Would you like my daily fort save for my filth fever?
Yeah, in the morning,
Plus 1 DC for swimming in more filth while already infected.
Right, yeah.
Here it goes.
Thank you for reminding me. That's why it was at the top of your sheet.
Yes.
You were already infected. Okay. So the DC is now. This came from what? This came from.
The goo in the basement
Of the place we stayed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then exacerbated
It's now
by
DC
the-
13.
The fish
tank.
Hey.
Okay, you have one success. You don't take dex and con damage this morning.
That sounds
next morning.
good.
You have 1 out of 2 successes.
Yeah.
So
Good.
Okay.
I will add that to the sheet.
Do I know what Fereosae's doing and what that thing I picked up does?
What are you talking about?
Where is it? I see she's like, do I see her like struggling with disease? I picked up some kind of consumable.
Literally, you see
Antitoxin?
a box where all those weapons were that you guys went and grabbed. The weapons are. You could see that it's still out.
It's actually near Mog. Mog's sleeping. I put a
I
little
think
brown
I'm
box
going
down.
to casually hop down since, wait, it did...
So I went into the back room.
Oh, beautiful.
This tired-looking Samson the Dirty came out and
He's washing a mug now, but it seems like his dirty rag is making the mug as
dirty as
it was cleaning it.
I'll pop a stealth.
Okay.
Let's see.
Taking a look inside the box.
Yeah.
Well, you guys robbed it of, or
You guys took a lot of the masterwork weapons in here. Let me see.
while it's not yours, but it looks like a really old and somewhat battered
Small katana is amongst the weapons that are in the box.
Pull it out. Rub it.
Okay.
Alright.
It looks like it's a bit pitted. Normally katanas are all masterwork, but this one is not. But at least it's
a suitable weapon. Like there are other weapons in it. It was just something that you
I weigh
saw
it
sticking out.
make sure it feels good. And I kind of
Mog snorts kind of awake for a moment. He's just sort of staring out of the booth and then goes back to sleep.
Oh, okay. Whew.
I hurriedly put it away and calmly trot back to everybody. Woo! That guy reeks.
Okay, coming out of the back room, and a perception check DC 20 will notice something from above Polly.
Somebody knows something.